me, I have been lucky enough to do quite a bit of traveling with my job. I spent many nights in the hotels and in the airplanes. For traveling, every time I was always thinking, what should I buy for my friends, colleagues, or even my cats? I do remember the first time, the country I went to, it was Russia.
Oh,
I
wow.
went to Moscow. When we talk about Moscow, what thought will pop up in your mind?
Vodka.
Putin.
Vodka.
Putin.
A lot of things, right? For me, my friends told me, one of my friends told me, if you travel to Russia, you have to notice the police, especially for the foreigners, foreign visitors, for Asian people, delegates and cute Asian people like me, Asian people. You have to notice them because they will check your passport or everything until you give them some benefit
Oh.
for police.
Oh.
And another people you have to notice there was for the people who has forehead, they will rob you, hit you, or even do anything you never know without any reason. So at the beginning I was so nervous, so I stood at a hotel. But for the first 2 days only, because there was really too boring in the hotel, so on the third day I just went out for sightseeing. I do remember there was a very cold weather, close to winter in November. I just wear a light jacket with my Nike shoes. It's too cold. So I tried to enter some different shops to make myself warmer. So the first store I entered, there was a very ancient and decorate souvenir shop. When I entered the store, the shop assistant told me, Actually, I don't understand what she was talk about. But I found myself and pretend that was not my first time to travel to Moscow. So I smiled back to her. I say, like try to act like her. So I start to look around. And the first gift I found, it was a Russian door. You know Russian doors?
Yeah, Russian door.
The same decoration, but you can separate in different pieces, from bigger to smaller. This is the first gift I found. So I tried to ask the shop assistant. I told her, how much is it? And she said, что? And she started to use some Italian words which I did not understand to talk to me. I thought I was too naive because I thought English was the only international language to travel around the world. But I was wrong. But after that, I thought that life will find a way. So I tried to use my body language, another international language, to communicate with her. So I tried to say, 10, 5. And she seems didn't really understand what I would talk about. So I said, 5. So after that, we make a deal. I bought a lot of souvenirs for my friends and colleagues. After this, I entered to another shop. I remember there was a small market, like small Carrefour. I do remember my friends told me, when you travel to Europe, you have to look for some flower tea, because flower tea in Europe is very famous and cheaper and worth buying. So I tried to look around to look for some flower tea in that small Carrefour. When I stood in front of the tea shelf, I was stuck because I do not know how to identify the flavor from the label, from a Russian word on the label, because I did not understand Russian words. But I think it's just a time for me to use my proud international body language to communicate.
Wow.
So I try to call the shop assistant. And shop assistant comes. But at that moment, I was stuck again because I do not know how to describe Earl Grey tea or English breakfast tea by my body language. So I just try to act like for the Earl Grey tea, I try to just like this. And for the English breakfast tea, I thought, and I try. And then he says that he understood what I want to talk about. So he went to bring went to different kind of tea for me, and then he said, good. So I survived. I realized that life will always find a way. But how to choose souvenir was not so difficult for me, I believe also for everyone. And body language was the only international language to travel around the world. Yeah.